I wanted to get you to tell us what a typical day out in the field looks like for you. Could you talk a little bit about the work you're doing this summer and
Yeah.
what your day looks like?
Okay, now I gotta change my. Usually it's hat, but this is my vest, and I'll grab. Okay, this is one of the IPP in Upper Lil'wat River. There, they have some areas. What do you call drill holes that they want to do. This is the Keel Falls there, and they want to pipe everything down there, so we had to look on both sides. First they started on this side, and then we found a lot of cultural stuff on the Meager side. So they jumped over to the other side. Now we have to follow all this, and there's two different routes that they want to take. And bore holes, you want to drill there, we have to do shovel tests in like the dam area and the powerhouse area down here. So we have, that's what we're doing right now, and in the field there, we're going through a bush and everything there, we're going to have our radio. I think that, yeah, it works. Yeah, it works. And we got our notes, got to write our notes all the time. And we used to use, we even use a GPS out there. So a lot of technical stuff that we use, and we used to carry the old hips and chains. You know what that is? The old hip and chains and string. You walk and use a compass. A compass like this. And we just wherever we go, we just move that and we go to it and we follow the lines there. But nowadays we use rangefinders. No more hip chain. I'm glad. So things like that. A lot of things change.
All for the better.
All for the better, yeah. But we still use like tapes and stuff like that because we have to measure out stuff there when we're out. If we find like a CMT, we measure from the bottom to the first cut and to the top cut there. Then we have another tape that we measure right around the tree, and we measure the lobes there. And we don't incubore the trees unless we have a permit, and that permit has to come right from the art branch. And that's a lot of, yeah.
So how do you try to educate people about traditional sites? I know you were telling me about the Frisbee golf site that was set up, and that's in an old village site?
Yeah, yeah.
Or things like there's a mountain bike trail that goes over a rock carving. So how do you try to educate people so that there's more awareness of these sites?
Well, nowadays, like the bike trail, when I first heard the bike trail, I was going right over the rock carvings, right over that one. You can see logs and stuff there. I put a little barricade there to divert them around, and that kind of worked. But now we want to put an information sign there just for people to look at, read, and put a little story with it, and describe what's there. And the top one there is a grizzly bear or a black bear head there, and my dad told me that too. And Signal Hill tomorrow we're going. We have permission from the art branch but we have to fill out forms, and we're going to dismantle a frisbee course on the house pit site there tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I think we're hitting over there, and like when. Nowadays, referrals or any type of building structures on Crown land, all those referrals has to go to our office, and there's a procedure and process to do it. Like, for example, like Tanquil Lake there, that's halted now because we have to do an AIA up there and do a survey up there before they rebuild a new cabin there in their new location, and that's the procedure from the government. And First Nations are working together now, and like from the Dalgmuth decision from the court case, that's what you're supposed to do and follow this process because our title of interest is still on the land and we still exist.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So,
So that means a lot of busy summers for you.
oh, absolutely. I'm getting old. I feel sometimes, I get home so tired. Like some days are like 10 hours, 12 hours out there in the packs, and like we have to carry a shovel and screen like every certain areas. We shovel test in the flat areas, but anything over 15 slope, we don't bother. So that's a lot of work, anyways. Yeah.
How do you bring the dust back? Just in the plastic bags or something?
We have
samples.
Yeah, samples bags. Like we just bag them up and we write on it where we find it.
Yeah.
We GPS if we find something in that pit and it's a positive, and if there's another one there that's negative, we just bury that one. But we leave this one open. But we map them out
Yes.
after, and they all get put in the report.
And you lug it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.